Hi there, it's me, Steph Sparkles. So I had some requests to do a really easy, basic makeup look that you can wear for work every day and that you can put together really quickly. Because, other people have kids and careers and things. Hi, doggy. So they don't have, a lot of time to sit around and play makeup like I do. Noodle agrees. So I put together this look. Now, this is kind of if you have a little bit more extra time. As I go through the tutorial, though, I'll explain some different things that you can do that are a little bit more basic and less product and less time. But if you have a little more time and want to do a little more, you can add the rest of this onto it. But it's a nice neutral everyday look that still makes you look polished and glowing and healthy and happy. I'm going to use a color correcting BB cream. This is Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream from L'Oreal. This is green because it'll get rid of the redness. Now moving on to foundation, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way. Because that gives a little bit more coverage. Just a couple squirts on the old sponge here. And also, you do not have to have, the brand name sponges. I've got to say, I really do love my Real Techniques sponge. That's not this one, though, but I was too lazy to wash it. I do think that the Real Techniques, like I said, works better than say this one, which is not a real beauty blender. It's a generic one, but this works just fine. You don't have to spend $20 on a makeup sponge, but if you're using these wedges, they're not bad, but I feel like they absorb a lot more of the product than these other professional sponges. Of course, those cost a lot less, but if they're absorbing really expensive product, is it really worth it? Do not skimp on blending, please. But don't ever feel shamed into wearing makeup or shamed into staying away from makeup. You can be a strong, feminist, intelligent woman and still love to sit at your girly little vanity and play makeup. You can also be a strong, intelligent, feminist woman and never do that. Do whatever you want. That's kind of the point. For me, I have to do a heavy concealer with these dark circles. And especially last night, I think I slept, according to my Fitbit, I slept 6 hours, but I didn't even do that. So, I mean, it's looking pretty rough today. But I am still going to use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder because it only takes a minute. I won't probably sit and bake it for as long, but I got to. And we'll add a little to all these giant fucking zits I have. This is just how I talk. Over the course of time, I'll get more comfortable with you and more F-bombs will be dropped. And I apologize if that offends you, but it's just who I am. It's just how I talk. I mean no ill will. Mop. Now I'm just going to set everything with my NYX Loose HD setting powder. And in the meantime, not in the meantime, at the same time, brush off the excess of my Laura Mercier. This is NYX, is it HD blush, I think? Yeah, HD blush in Bright Lights. It's just kind of a nice natural peach color. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. stipple brush, which again, I really don't know why I like it for blush and highlighters, I just do. And I feel fan-fucking-tastic. Thanks, makeup. Okay, I am just going to take a little bit of the Starburst color, since it's kind of peachy also. And so we have a little highlight. A little bit of crushed pearl. See, in a hurry, you can just kind of smudge a little on with your fingers. Totally going back after I'm done with this and putting more on. Now we already have the eyelids primed for shadow with the concealer and the powder that we used earlier. Okay, so you have a few options I'm going to give you on how to make a quick and easy eye look. Now the first thing I'm going to show you, and this is something you can do just by itself if you want just a little bit of color. This is e.l.f. Brownie Points Smudge Pot. It's just like a cream shadow. And it's just kind of a nice bronze color, which is pretty universal for about any eye color, which I have about any eye color. I'm just going to take a little of that on my finger and smudge it on my lid. And we're just kind of starting at the lid and blending it so that it just kind of fades out to nothing. So it's almost like a mini daytime smoky eye. Very simple. You could leave it like that. I wouldn't, just because I love makeup so much. But that still looks like you actually took time and did some makeup. All right, good for you. If you want to add a little bit more brightness, you can take a lighter color and add it to the inside so it kind of fades and gets darker to the outside. Just adds a little more depth and definition. This is one that I got actually in my last Ipsy bag. It's Mink Cream Pigment by Hikari Cosmetics. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger, nice and bright and glowy, and start at the inner corner and just pat that on. There you go. Now you could also just kind of dot it right in the center if you wanted to make that kind of halo effect with your shadow. Just with the shape of my eyes, I tend to go darker on the outside and lighter on the inside. But I mean, you can play with it, do it however you like. That's the fun of makeup. Do whatever you want. Now, that is cute. If you want to take it a little further with a little highlight, because of course I do, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in Starlight. And you can pat a little of that under your brow. So now we're a little tiny bit smoky, a little bit shimmery, but still very soft and wearable. Nothing dramatic, nothing crazy. Now, if you want to take it a little farther, you could add something into the crease. And I'm just taking my Sigma E36 and I just want to zhuzh it up a little. And I'm going to take this color here. We'll call him George Glass. And blend a little bit of that over. Oh, George Glass. We're going to make a splash at the party. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't like you. I'm very happy with that. Now, one more step that you could do if you want, just to make your eyes look a little bit brighter and more awake. You can line the waterline, the inner rim of your lower lash line, with a white liner. This is NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. And it works really well for this. It's very bright, so you kind of want to be careful. I'll go back with George Glass and just kind of go over that line a little bit. I'm using a Sigma E16. It's a tight line liner so that I can just lightly smudge it. And again, this is all completely optional. I'm not telling you that this is all part of what you have to do every day or else you don't look like you're right. I have to do my eyebrows because of what I was left with after what I did to myself in the 90s. You absolutely don't have to. I personally think that eyebrows are very important to frame your face. But look at what I'm working with. That's why. So another thing that you can completely skip, no big deal. You can take my highlighter from my cold, dead hand. Now, if you want to line, you can do a quick little line. I am going to do just a little bit of a black liquid liner. I just love that look. I think it's so glamorous. And I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. Now for a less expensive version, what's this at? No. Anyways, Milani Cosmetics, they're in drugstores and everything. You can get them at Ulta also. They have a really nice, I like a felt tip liquid liner. That's the one I was using until it ran out and I got this one, so. And I'm not gonna do a real long wing or anything, but I do just want it to have a nice shape. So I'm starting at the back there just to make sure that I have the right end point. You know, it's really important you go out and vote, because Donald Trump is running for president. He's a nasty, racist, bigoted, sexist, misogynist, dick monkey. Now, I still would curl my eyelashes because it just takes a few seconds, but, you know, you can skip it. Okay, now lips. You know I'm going to use some lip liner. You really don't have to, but it will keep it on a little bit longer and keep it from bleeding. And I'm going to use this really nice, soft, natural pink lipstick. This is by Milani. It's called Nude Cream. Or you know what, if you really want to be quick, you can just slap on a little gloss. Without liner, I mean. So there you have it. A nice, easy look, quick, but with some options depending on how much time you actually have. So I hope you had fun playing makeup with me today, and I hope you liked the look we did, and I hope you enjoyed it and had fun, and I hope I made you smile a little bit. And please go out and vote for anyone that's not Donald Trump. Anyone. All right, I will see you again soon. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will be bringing you more fun, silly, ridiculous makeup with this fun, silly, ridiculous chick.